Your nightstand looks like a bookshop aftermath. Thrillers, romance, self-help, fantasy, bookmarks poking out at every angle. Tonight, like every night, you can't choose just one. So you read a chapter here, jump to another, maybe one more. People think you're scattered, unfocused. But here's what they miss. You're not confused. Your brain just won't do one book at a time. So why do some people finish one before starting the next, while you juggle five? Let's look closer. Reading several books at once is more common than you think. Yet many who do it worry something is wrong, like they lack focus or commitment. Before you accept that idea, know this. Your reading habit isn't random. It's psychological. There are four main types. Each shows what's really happening in your mind. Type 1. The mood matcher. For them, books are emotional tools. They don't choose based on where they left off. They choose based on how they feel right now. Rough day? Fantasy. Feeling driven? Self-help. Need to cry? Romance. Their brain has learned that different stories meet different emotional needs. Psychologists call this affect regulation through narrative. They aren't hopping between books for no reason. They're matching content to their current mental state. Switching isn't distraction. It's emotional awareness. They know forcing the wrong book in the wrong mood kills the joy of reading. So they keep options open. Not because they can't commit, but because their emotions change, and their reading changes with them. Type 2. The attention fragmenter. These readers struggle to stay with one story for long. Not from boredom, but because their brain craves variety. Reading the same book every night feels dull, repetitive, but having 3 or 4 choices feels engaging. Psychologists link this to stimulation-seeking cognitive patterns and ADHD-related traits. Their brain needs novelty to stay engaged. One book can't provide that night after night. Multiple books create a rotation that keeps the mind alert. For them, switching books isn't poor focus. It's how focus is sustained. They don't confuse plots or characters. Their brain actually thrives on tracking several narratives at once. It isn't chaos, it's how they're wired. Type 3. The commitment avoider. For this type, finishing books feels difficult, not because they dislike them, but because endings mean closure. And closure means choosing what comes next. So they delay. By starting new books before finishing old ones, they avoid that moment of, what now? Psychologists call this completion anxiety. Their brain feels safest in the middle, where possibilities still exist, where the story isn't finished yet. Finishing ends the magic, starting begins it. So they live in constant beginnings. They collect unfinished stories like safety nets. For them, reading multiple books isn't about variety. It's about avoiding the discomfort of closing chapters, both literal and emotional. Type 4. The genre hopper. These readers read for different needs. Fiction for escape, nonfiction for growth, poetry for beauty, memoir for connection. They need all of it, not one at a time, but together. Each book feeds a different part of them. Psychologists link this to diversified intellectual satisfaction. Their brain resists being one-dimensional. Only fiction feels empty. Only nonfiction feels heavy. So they blend. A chapter of fantasy, then something real, then something beautiful. For them, reading multiple books isn't scattered. It's curated. They're designing a reading experience that feeds their whole self. Not one interest, not one mood, everything at once. That isn't chaos. It's intentional, intellectual diversity. Here's what connects them all. They aren't failing at reading. They're redefining it. The mood matcher reads emotionally. The attention fragmenter reads actively. The commitment avoider reads safely. The genre hopper reads holistically. None of them are wrong. They just reject a rule that never worked for them. But here's the real question. Does finishing one book at a time make you a better reader? Or does reading in a way that fits your brain make the experience richer? Maybe juggling 5 books isn't distraction. Maybe it's understanding that reading isn't a race. It's a relationship. So which one are you? Tell us how many books you're reading right now. And if this shifted your perspective, subscribe. We explore the psychology that actually explains people.